Welcome back to another edition of KALIS Corner. The Ford Center hosts several different events, from concerts to basketball to hockey. Have you ever wondered what goes into preparing the arena? We had a chance to speak with Chris Young, the Director of Operations for the Evansville-Vanderburgh County Building Authority at the Ford Center, to give you an inside look at flipping the house. So let's first talk about all that this building can do. So you guys, when you're talking about these things, you call them conversions, yes, or flipping the house, things like that. So talk a little bit about
conversions. So whether we're going from basketball to hockey, concerts, whatever is booked in this building, especially during the hockey season, because that's when the ice is down, that poses the most challenges as far as getting things done, taking all this down.
So what a lot of people don't know, I think, is that the ice is down for most of what you guys have going on, right?
From October through April, the ice is in, except for the circus. We have to take it out for the circus, but other than that, it's in for every event.
Well, how does that work? So how does the ice stay down? What do you guys do to it to keep it in?
So it's this flooring. It's 1 inch insulated flooring. It comes in 4x8 sections, and we cover the floor with that, and that keeps the temperature of the ice between 16 and 18 degrees. We have an ice chiller that's solely responsible for keeping the ice cold. It uses a glycol, which in basic terms is like basically antifreeze. It's basically just souped up antifreeze like you'd have in your car, and it's constantly cycling under the ice. Keeps the floor between 14 and 16 degrees in order for the ice top to be 16 to 18 degrees.
How do in-ice logos work then? How does that happen in the layers of ice?
So when we put the ice in for the first time, we'll put 3 coats of water down, then we'll put 3 coats of white paint down.
Okay.
Then after that's done, we seal all that white paint in with some spray water. Then we come out and we lay all the on-ice logos where they're supposed to go on the white paint. We freeze all those in, and then we build about 1.5 inches of ice on top of the logos.
That takes some precision, I would think. Yes. You can't mess those up.
Yeah, it's an acquired art form. We use a company called Midwest Ring Systems. They're based out of Michigan. They come down and they always help us put everything in paint, and that's what they do. Okay. He works with NHL teams. He works on the Winter Classic. He knows how to paint. He knows exactly where the logos go. Once we start building ice, it takes about 4 or 5 hours to get to the point where we can start flooding the water on top of it. And then it takes about 48 hours of flooding in order to get up that 1.5 inches, because we only do very light at the time, because that keeps your cracks and your air bubbles from forming. Speaking
of time, how long does it take you guys to flip the house, so to speak, from hockey to basketball or back?
So conversions usually from 4 to 6 hours. Going from basketball to hockey or hockey to basketball, usually between 4 and 5. But if you're going from like hockey to a concert or a concert back to hockey, it'll take you more 6, since we have to take the whole end out, roll out, stage, stuff like that.
It's a little crazy in here when we have 2 on one day.
It's very crazy. And then, there's also the days, we usually have 4 or 5 during the year, where what we call quick conversions, where we'll have a 1 p.m. basketball game. The basketball game hopefully gets over about 3 p.m. And then we have to get everything ready for the hockey game that same night at 7 p.m. Doors open at 6. I like to be ready at 5:30 in order to give the Zamboni time to get the ice looking good. We shoot for about 2.5 hours on a quick conversion.
How many people does it take to get that going?
Quick conversion, we have at least 40 people in here going. Regular conversion anywhere from 16 to 24, depending on what time of day, where we're going to, stuff like that.
Do you guys do practice runs for things like that to get your time down?
During the summer, during the off season, like if we have concerts or big events, we'll bring in some crew, especially if there's going to be new people on the crew. And even though you're not putting the black floor down or anything like that, it gives you an idea of what's where and how it goes and stuff like that. There's only one way to learn how to do a conversion, and that's to get on it and do it. It's a lot of moving parts, but we've got a good crew, and they do a really good job doing it.
We're really thankful for you guys, and I know that we have a game tonight, and you guys are going to get right on a conversion after that, right? What time does that get started?
We're going for a basketball game tomorrow, so about 10:30 tonight. We'll switch it up, and we'll hope to be done about 2:30 or 3 a.m. Overnight.
You guys have some late nights. All right, well, thank you for all that you do. We're really impressed, and yeah, you guys do a great job. We appreciate it. So as you can see, between the people, the time, and the equipment, a lot goes into getting the Ford Center ready for your events. For all your ins and outs, odds and ends, and fun facts, that's KALIS Corner. Tune in next time.
The Evansville Thunderbolts would like to welcome Lindell Bessell, the new sponsor of KALIS Corner, one of our more successful series the franchise has produced this season.